Hey everyone, welcome to WP Academy, and in this video tutorial I'll show you how you can use Elementor MCP plugin to create amazing landing pages using your AI agents. Whether it's Claude Code, Anti-Gravity or any other AI model of your choice, you can connect your WordPress website that is built on Elementor with your AI agent, and then you can command it to generate or update Elementor pages on your website. So if you are interested in this topic, keep watching the video, and if you are watching this video on social media, watch this video on YouTube for better results. The link is available in the video description. Alright guys, let's get started, and welcome to this video tutorial by WP Academy. And since I have developed this plugin, most of you people have started liking it and asking for a complete overview on how to use this MCP plugin for Elementor to build landing pages in Elementor, updating landing pages in Elementor using your AI agent like Claude and Gemini and even Codex or etc. Using the MCP server method. First of all, this is a GitHub repository that you will be using for this tutorial, and I have provided the complete development version over here that you can fork and you can contribute to this project. And if you are a user, you can simply go to releases and download the latest version of the plugin. So first of all, let's navigate to the releases, and here you will find the plugin file. Just download it, and then you'll need to go to your WordPress installation and go to add plugins. And before installing this plugin, you need to make sure that you have already installed and activated the official MCP adapter plugin by WordPress, because it's essential that you have that first, because this plugin heavily uses it. So to install that, the link is provided over here. You will go to the MCP adapter repository link, the official link, and they also have a releases section where you can download the latest version of this plugin. Let me download this one over here, and then first you need to install the official MCP adapter plugin. Once it is installed and activated, now you can install the Elementor MCP plugin. I forgot to install the actual plugin Elementor that is required, because we are going to build Elementor landing pages. Let's install that one. It will show you a notice that you haven't installed and activated the Elementor. Okay, I'll quickly install and activate Elementor Pro as well, so we can uh, take a look at the full power of this plugin. Okay, we are ready. Now uh, now the part where you will need to connect your MCP Elementor MCP plugin with your choice of editor or agent. Go to settings and click on the EMCP tools. You will get a nice interface over here. You can turn on or off any tools if you like, and then you need to go to the connection tab. Once in the connection tab, and before moving to the connection tab, you will need to go to your WordPress profile, and you will find this section over here, application password. Now let's set an application password name. I'll call it an EMCP, add application password, and there you have it. You will need, it will automatically pick your current logged in or admin username, so you can use that, or if you have some other user account that you want to use with it, you can pass in the username over here. Once you click generate config, it will generate all of the config files for most popular editors and even Claude and Claude desktop. You will just need to copy the relevant information from here. Like if you want to use it with Claude code, you will need to create a simple .mcp.json file inside the project directory. So I have opened a project directory over here in VS Code. I'll be using VS Code extension, Claude code extension for VS Code. Let me just look at the MCP status. You see, we don't have Elementor MCP over here right now. Now just create a new file. We'll call it in the root directory of your project. We'll call it .mcp.json. Sorry, the name is not quite right. Okay, now just copy this information over here. If you are using Claude desktop, you'll need to edit the Claude desktop config.json that is available in your environment. You can find that in, if you are on Windows, it should be in app data and something, and if you are Mac, it will be on another location. It's the information is provided over here. You can see Claude, for Claude desktop, it has information that way you can find the Claude desktop config.json where you will need to add this information. So let me get back over here and just paste it. And in some cases you'll have to restart your code editor. I'll just quickly check the status. It is not here. I'll need to restart this VS Code editor. Let's give this a moment because it will refresh the screen once. There you go. Your Elementor MCP is successfully connected with Claude Code. And if you open the Claude Code CLI directly over here, like I am opening with the terminal, I'll open just Claude. Okay, now let's click on MCP servers, and you can see over here as well that the MCP Elementor MCP is connected as well. So you can either use the VS Code extension if you prefer, and if you are more of a CLI lover, you can use the Claude code CLI inside your project directory, and it will also list the MCP server here, and you can communicate with it and build the Elementor landing pages that we will be doing just right now. Let me close this one and list all available Elementor MCP tools. There you go. Your MCP is working, and you can see it has provided you the list of all the available tools that we have built in the plugin that your AI agent can use. You can specifically reference your AI agent to use specific tools to create your landing pages. Now about the landing pages, it entirely depends on your AI agent that is generating the page, not something related to the Elementor MCP server itself, because I have shared this post on social media, and a lot of users have started using this plugin, and they were complaining about that they have built a page and it's not looking good and etc. It will not look good out of the box because you are just giving a simple prompt to your agent to create a landing page, but you are not specifically referencing any tools or providing any style guide, so your AI model can use these tools or generate superior landing pages. It all depends on your prompt and how you are using these tools. So it doesn't have our plugin is not generating the landing pages, your AI model is. So let me show you a quick examples that I have created during the testing, and it will exactly tell you what I am talking about. Now once you give it a generic prompt like, hey, build me a portfolio website, so let's take a look at this design that it has created. See, pretty generic, styling is not uh, consistent, and everything is looks like broken and unstyled. It's This is the prompt like, hey, build me a landing page for a web developer. It will give you this kind of result. And if let me try this one, what I'll show you. I will remember what prompt I had given to this after seeing the design, because there are two similar pages. Okay, so let me quickly go to this, and because like your theme is overriding the header, footer and etc, and you are not getting a good prompt. This example is from a good prompt. Let me open this one because I remember that one, and let me open the notepad. Okay, I think they both are similar. Okay. Similar. No, not similar. I remember now. Now this is a more detailed prompt, like I have given over here, to ask my agent to generate a landing page, and I have specifically provided the list of the sections I need, and I have asked it to use images from this over here, and it generated a pretty better version of the landing page that we had earlier. Okay, and I added this form later on, and it wasn't like that. I was just testing. It was something like this. You can see it is better than this one, but not pretty good. Let me open up some other templates as well. Okay, here is another example of a simple prompt. Like I just given it a prompt to build what it is, car wash website, and it did something like this, and you can see it's pretty ugly, you can say. But when I okay, here is another example. These examples are also from prompts like this or even shorter. You can see it generated a pretty basic page with what it thought that it will look good, but it's not really looking good. Some sections are good, like this one is properly styled, and some are not. So the point is, it entirely depends on your prompt. Let me show you now how appropriate. This was a prompt that had complete style guidelines given to the Claude that generated this result. And what was that prompt? It was something like this, and you can clearly see the difference, that this is a pretty huge prompt with everything explain to the model that what you need to do, what color styles you need to use, even how you are going to style which properties to use, and etc. And you can see here these are the complete it is a complete prompt that generated if the flow fix plumbing, this variant of the landing page, and you can clearly see it is much better than the previous one. And you can now, and these landing pages are fully editable with Elementor. Nothing custom is added. It's using the built-in Elementor Free and Elementor Pro widgets. Like you can see, the form is available with the Elementor Pro. It creates fields exactly like you want, and etc. and everything. And I even added tools to generate to add custom CSS and JavaScript code where needed. Like if a design is complex, then your AI model can generate custom CSS and JS for that element, and then apply that CSS and JS to the landing page using Elementor's built-in custom HTML widget. So you will get a better result using a better prompt. So that's why I have added a sample prompts section into the plugin. You can navigate to the prompt, and I have provided you with the 5 detailed prompt that you can use, customize, and give it to your model and generate much better landing pages. And if you want to support this plugin and my efforts, you can purchase the 50 plus premium prompts file from this link. First 50 customers will get 50% discount. It's currently 10. You will get it for just $5. Use this coupon code and the checkout at the checkout. And I have prepared 50 plus prompts, detailed prompts that are divided into categories. You can see over here food and dining, and the prompts available in each folder. You can just copy the prompt and give it to your model, and then generate a superior landing page using these prompts. So, and you obviously it's not I am not forcing anything over here, but if it's a bonus, if you want it to you, if you want some more prompts, that you can simply purchase it over here. And if you want to sponsor the development of this plugin and help me maintain it, you can also click on this little sponsor button and sponsor me to maintain or add more features to this plugin. So let's get back. Enough of the upsells. Let's close this one, and now let's try creating some pages with simple prompt, a pretty lengthy or advanced prompt, and then the detailed prompt that I have shown you, the plugin settings. Okay, let's close this one as well. Close this one. Let me quickly show you another example of portfolio that I built using a detailed prompt. I'll go to pages. You can see this is the result of a simple prompt. And if we go to pages, and this is a pretty advanced prompt like I have shown you earlier. And in this one, I had also instructed my model to use some custom CSS or JS in the project, and let me show you the result. You can see over here, and you can clearly see the difference between the regular prompt and a detailed prompt. It has some amazing animations. Obviously it is bad at picking images because it looks for publicly available images from Flickr and etc. You'll obviously use some better images from Pixabay and etc. Even if you ask it to do that, it will not pick up images from here. I'll see if we can integrate the APIs of some premium stock image providers like Pixabay and etc, so it specifically use that API to pick the images. But for now, you can consider them as simply placeholders, but it tried to pick pretty close images for the relevant section. And you can see over here, this is now this is now what we call a full landing page that has everything you need. And you can see everything is styled, nothing is unstyled, nothing is not inconsistent, everything is consistent and matching with your color scheme. It even adds the global typography and color schemes to your Elementor settings that is used throughout uh, your web page. And if you go to site settings, and you can see global colors, see it has added all of the global colors. And then if you go to fonts, it also has added fonts and etc. You can customize them as well. So let's get into action, and let's see how you can use your AI model to generate the landing pages. I'll start with the basic prompt, then we'll move to the advanced prompt, and then move to a detailed prompt. Let me close this one as well, and let me keep open this one, so if we need to use this password later on. Okay, now let's start. This installation is connected to our Claude code. Now we'll start building a landing page. So let's just say you want to build a landing page for a taco shop in everywhere, anywhere, like local business website. I'll start with a basic prompt like most of the guys are doing and complaining about the design. Let's say it create let me zoom it a bit so you can see things more clearly. Create a landing page for a taco shop, Elementor MCP, and also add a pricing section. You can make it a more detailed or a lengthy prompt, but it's still you are describing it to what you want to build. You are not giving him any uh, instructions on style guides, typography, sections that you need. This is what we call a vague prompt, and the model itself will be picking up sections, tools that it thinks that they are best fit. And I am currently using Claude, the default model Opus 4.6. You can use any other model like Gemini, and you can even use Codex and other models, and you can even use some skills inside your AI agent. It uses them for the design. There are hundreds of skills available, but let's just start the test, and I'll just hit the enter and see it in the action. And now you can see it is automatically using the tools for images. It will search for images, add them to your WordPress media library, and then use them. And it will ask for a couple of permissions to use certain tools that you will be allowing or disallowing it to your model. Okay, it has searched for images, and you can see it has it's mostly using static flicker uh, as for fetching the images. It's not picking images from other sources like that I have even explicitly mentioned in the tools like OpenVerse, Pixabay, Pixels. There might be some issues with that, but it's working, it will pick the images from wherever it can find. But as I have mentioned earlier, I will try to add a specific API system that you can integrate within the plugin for various media platforms. You can even upload some media to your WordPress gallery up front and ask it to use those images wherever you want. You can even update the page later on. You can this tool does not only generate pages, it can use to update any Elementor landing page or page built with Elementor. It's not only for building pages. You can also customize anything that you like later on, and you can even update your existing landing pages right from within your VS Code or code editor, or even with your AI agent. Like if you already have a built website, you can connect the MCP, you can ask it to analyze, and then you can directly ask it to update certain sections based on its recommendations, and it will update the page for you. It's not only for generating pages, it's a complete toolkit that you can use to generate, update, or even delete sections or pages from your Elementor website. See, it has successfully built a page for us, and let's see what it has done and how it looks. Okay, here it is, our page. It will always save the page as draft that you can review and publish later on. Let's see what it has built for us. First, I need to change the theme. We are using a default block theme, or you can simply uh, use the Elementor canvas so you can actually see the structure. You can change the layouts later on and see. This is, and it's not bad, let me say, but it has inconsistent stylings, and it's using default color somewhere. Like it shouldn't be blue, it should be black or something like red. But and you can see it has not applied any colors. It simply used that widget, and it does not respect the overall design. In some sections you will have to manually adjust something like this. That's not a big deal, but overall it's a pretty nice page. Let me go to pages and let's view it on the front end. And there are some alignment issues over here as well, because some nothing is specifically described to it, and I'll align them to the center. Let's just say like this, and let's just say like this. Now it's much better. A few clicks you can do on your own. Don't let AI do everything, use your hands as well. Okay, now I can see it has used some good color scheme, and it pretty much designed some sections pretty well. And you can see it also added a pricing, reviews, and some counters, location, and a nice looking footer. This is what you will get with a simple prompt without giving it any specific instructions. Now let's use this type of prompt. I'll just copy this one simply, and I'll give it to this model, and let's see how it generates. Now I have specifically asked it to use SVG icons instead of the default Elementor icons from media library, from icon library that Elementor icons and icon box uses. And I have specifically told it to what sections to create: hero section with background image and overlay, and features section. I have specifically provided it with the instructions on how many columns and how many rows I need. And I have provided basically a list of sections, nothing too detailed, nothing too descriptive, just simple section names with what I need. And let's see how good of a page it generates. And I forgot to use the update methods. We'll use this one. We'll use that in this one to show you how you can even update the sections in your built landing page. And let's let it complete the page first. If you have noticed, I didn't ask it to specifically add any custom CSS, but since I added those tools, it is deciding on its own that it needs to add some custom CSS to polish the page styling. Okay, our page is ready. Let's have a look. There it is. Okay, so I hate these pop-ups by Elementor. Okay, so here it is, the result from detailed prompt. You will still find some alignment issues like this, and you can specifically ask it to fix those. And amazing, it's a pretty nice, neat looking landing page with a more detailed prompt, you can see. And it has some issues over here, like pricing tables are aligned to the left. It has issues because we need to set them group, and it will fix the issue. Okay, everything is nicely placed, just these icons are not looking good. It has used the top layout, and it should use this one and this one, and you can manually set them, or you can ask the Claude that this section is not looking good, or etc. Let me just publish this one, preview this page in real time, see how it looks. Okay, okay, now we can tell it uh, that this section is not looking good, and let's see if it can fix the layout issues or if we have to do them manually. Okay, let's see what it has done. Okay, it did the job. We still have to maintain something like it. The styling is a bit off. There is a spacing issue and etc. Okay, you get the idea. It cannot, it can not only generate pages, it can even update the pages. Like if you want to uh, add a section or update a section, let's see what we can do. Let's try asking it to duplicate this section and uh, switch the position, image right and text left, and add some more useful info. You see, it has all of the tools: update widget, duplicate element, and etc. You'll just need to specify what tools you want to use, or it can automatically pick the tools that are required to do the job. Okay, let's see what it has done. Great, that's what I was looking for. And you can see it even use different image and use different text, and we have some nice looking sections over here. This way you can customize the landing page however you want. You can even update your existing landing pages to add content or remove sections on or etc. And now here is the game changer. You know that Figma also has an MCP server. You can I cannot use it during this video because I have burned all of my free account credits. I am not a Figma user that much. I lightly use it for client works, but that requires an Figma Pro account for developer or team, I believe. You can connect Figma MCP server and you can connect Elementor MCP server and then directly give it design references from Figma to convert them into Elementor. They will not be 100% exactly because Figma designs can be different and there can be some widgets or sections that are not available in Elementor. It will try to build those widgets with using existing containers and etc. You can try that and you can let me know how it goes for you in the comments. And now let's try now let's do a last try with our detailed prompt. Like over here, go to the prompts and let's copy up detailed prompt, and I'll copy this one, hair salon one, and now I'll ask it to create this landing page. Okay, now let's see how much good of a result we'll get with this detailed prompt with complete style guides and etc. Meanwhile, let me see if we have I have some free credits left. Okay, I have connected the Figma MCP server. How you do that? Elementor have couple of MCP servers. You can Google it. Elementor. Claude has built-in MCP servers that you can add. From here, I just copied this command and I ran it into the project directory via terminal, and then I opened Claude over here, and then I can see the Figma remote MCP is connected. And I'll try to reference a Figma design file if I have left any credits. For the first time, it will ask you to connect your Figma account, and you will see a notification over here, and you need to, like, this needs authentication. You just click enter needs authentication, and it will take you to the Figma website, and then it will log in you to your account. Okay, let me get back and let's see how our VS Code extension is doing. I think it's finished its job and it's adding some final touches over here. Figma app. For you to use MCP server, you will need to have Figma app on your local computer. See, it's already asking me to update to the dev mode since I have burned my credits. This is the landing page that we'll be copying. Just click share and copy link. Okay, let's have a look at the landing page that it has built for us. The new landing page with a detailed prompt. Here it is, the hair salon one. And there you go. I can quickly see some styling issues over here, but sometimes the font size it applies via CSS and they don't reflect correctly on the backend, but we'll see. Let's just first see how it has done things. You can clearly see custom CSVG icons, custom styling, nothing is inconsistent anywhere. It is using the proper styling, font, typography, and etc. There are some couple of spacing issues that I can quickly see. They might be coming from paragraphs spacing like this, and some theme styling that's overriding the paragraphs with margin and etc. You will need to adjust them accordingly. Okay, so it's pretty neat and complete landing page, and this is how it adds custom JavaScript or CSS to a landing page. And to the let me just go to themes, and I'll use a simple theme like Astra, or we can even use Hello Elementor. Let me activate this one and let's reload this, and let's now have a preview of our saloon landing page on the front end. Great, just the booking form is not looking good to me. We can use some transparent styling like black color with some transparency and some the styling. Rest of the header is pretty neat. You obviously need to switch images, that I can tell you from experience of past couple of tests, and since I have been developing this plugin, it doesn't pick pretty great images for hero section, especially the hero sections. And now you can see some pretty nice animations over here, and you can see everything is popping up quite nicely. And you can see over here everything, just a minor spacing issues that you can obviously modify or customize. You can see it even uses the proper galleries and images, and here you go, and here you go, and here you go. And I must say I like this a lot, and definitely it can be improved. And you can even ask the Claude to screenshot this form and say, hey, you didn't build this correctly, it doesn't match with our overall color scheme. And you can ask it to modify the styling for this form however you like. And now let's see if we have I'll copy this link for Figma, and let's ask it to uh, convert this Figma design to an Elementor, to an Elementor landing page using Elementor MCP. Let's see if it does the job or if I am left with no credits to use Figma. Okay, proceed, proceed. Hey, it's a large session. It's saying that it will consume around 14,000 tokens. Please go ahead. I think it's working, and if it works, it will make my job a lot easier when working on client projects. But I can see some red signs as well. Okay, it has started building the page. I believe some images were not side loaded, but we'll see how the end result looks. Let me close these edit pages. Okay, great. Let's see how good of a design it created or converted. Let me show you this Figma file. It's a community file that I have used from Figma community, and you can see over here. And now we'll compare this one with the landing page that it has created for us. Let's navigate to the pages, and okay, the Claude code directly published the page. It didn't edit it to the draft. Okay, Claude, you thought this was the way, so this is the way. Okay, let me quickly convert use this canvas template, so we can actually see the navigation. It also created the navigation, which is not properly aligned. Okay, now it is aligned, and now you still need to add some adjustments. It will not do the 100%. Okay, first of all, let's compare section by section. The hero section, okay, it's missing these icons and frames. It didn't properly exported the image of the person with appropriate objects, but rest of the stuff is pretty close but not exactly. Especially there is no gradient at the background. Okay, now this section, let's see. It tried to create this image is properly offloaded. It doesn't have the icon overlay. Okay, for these icons it didn't exported or use the icons that are in the Figma file, so it failed over here as well. It copied the structure or created the structure appropriately, but it failed to fetch the assets. That may be probably due to Figma MCP or something. Okay, now this one, okay, it they needs to be showing like this, but it didn't edit the appropriate margins, but it used the appropriate styling though, the background, etc. Okay, uh, there are some issues with the layout. You will manually have to adjust some stuff. Okay, so here is the footer. Okay, it also use the logo and etc and everything. Okay, it didn't use the appropriate menu widget or a list icon widget. It should have used that one. Okay, so here is the result. You can decide for yourself. Is it good? uh mm, I can say it's 50-50. It's not what I had in mind. Like I would be thinking, oh, my pain is over while of converting that designs into Elementor or WordPress. It will do the magic, but it didn't do the magic. It's it's what it is. You can see, you can check it at your end. Maybe it's the file formatting issue, it's the layout issue in the Figma file, or the assets cannot be exported or etc, or might be, or it might be the Figma server, Figma MCP itself that's not exporting the assets properly and etc. But I'll leave this one to you for test, and you can let me know in the comments how Figma MCP and Elementor MCP is working out for you. So that's it for now, and I really hope that you will enjoy using this MCP server plugin, and it can help you accelerate your work, not replace you, accelerate your work. Like you can draft landing page copies, draft its style guides from other models, then use the prompt. You can even use these prompts in your these sample prompts in your AI agent to ask it to create a similar prompt for you for your requirement. Like if you are building some other type of website, you can simply ask it to use this prompt as an example, how it is formatted. Then you can ask your AI agent to generate a more detailed prompt from this sample, and then you can use that prompt to build your pages. You can use this with Gemini and anything else. And let me tell you, if you are using anti-gravity, setting up the MCP server in anti-gravity is also pretty straightforward. That's no rocket science. You'll just need to copy the string from here. That's why I had kept open this tab, because once this is gone, it is gone. We'll have to create a new one. I'll create the configs and it will give you the config for anti-gravity. You just need to go to anti-gravity and MCP servers. Let it load everything. I already had added an MCP server over here, so it's loading everything right now. Let me close this one. Okay, I'll just paste this one over here and let's navigate to MCP servers. It's refreshing. You go. Your Elementor MCP server is connected at here as well. The one thing I like about anti-gravity is that it pulls in all of the tools for the MCP servers. You can turn on or off these tools, any tools from here as well. You can manage it more cleanly. In on the other hand, the Claude code simply lists the MCP server and you will have to manage the tools from the plugin end. So now let's say we ask it to list available tools from Elementor MCP server. And I have been seeing this error from Gemini models a lot because I tested it. I started using Claude Max and I haven't uh, renewed its pro subscription. I'm just on the free tier. Let's switch to a different model. Claude model seems to be working for me in the anti-gravity, just not the Gemini models. See, it's working over here as well, and you can use the anti-gravity to with Gemini models to use these MCP tools to build Elementor landing pages, and you can also use them in Codex and other tools wherever you can connect the MCP servers. You can use these tools to build Elementor landing pages. So that's it for now. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. If that's the case, hit that like button and share it with the others. And if you want me to keep improving this plugin, or you want to appreciate my efforts in building this plugin for you, you can simply sponsor hit the sponsor or buy the premium prompts package from here, or you can at least give it a star. So let me know your thoughts about this plugin in the comments, and I really appreciate contribution. If you have some free time, you can fork this repository, and I have also uploaded the Claude skills and the Claude MD file, so you can also improve this plugin to and pull requests back to us, so we can mutually improve this plugin further, so others can take benefit from this free resource. So Shahzad out. Subscribe to the channel if you don't want to miss amazing tutorials like this, or if you're watching this video on social media, follow my profile so you can keep receiving updates from me. I share a lot of amazing stuff on my social profiles. So goodbye and happy building with Elementor MCP by MSR.